Good morning, reception. This video is for mine and Mrs. Robinson's phonics group and Miss Sarney's phonics group. Before you begin, you will need a pen and paper or pencil and paper, or if you have a whiteboard and whiteboard pen at home, you can use that as well. There will be opportunities for you to join in, so please do. And if you need to pause the video or rewind it for any reason, then you can do that as well. Okay, we're going to begin by recapping the phase 2 phonemes that we've already learnt. S, a, t, p, I, n, m, d, g, o, k, 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 e, a,
O,
r, b,
So now we're going to write our speed sounds. Remember, you can pause me in between each speed sound so that you have the time to write them. If you think that you can go with a challenge, then you can not pause me and write them quickly. Okay, the first speed sound we're going to write today is G. G. The next one, B. B. And the next one, S. S. And the next one, And the next one, D. D. Well done.
Okay, now we're going to go through the tricky words in phase 2 that we've already learnt. Into, the, I, no, go, to, is,
It.
and, in. Today I'd like you to write the tricky words to, and the next one, go, and the next one, into. You can pause the video if you need a bit longer to write it down.
Okay, and our tricky word we're practicing again today is the word go. My turn. Go. Your turn. My turn. Go. Your turn. My turn. Go. Your turn. Well done. Can you think of a sentence using the word go? My sentence is, let's go up the hill. Can you go and get my shopping? What was your sentence? Fantastic. Now have a go at writing the tricky word go. Do you think you could write it 3 times? Go, go, go. Well done. Okay, I'm revisiting our phoneme of the day. We learnt it yesterday. It's our new sound. It's S. It's our long sound, our digraph. It's 2 letters, make 1 sound. It's our digraph. S. Do you remember the rule for S is that we find it near the end of words. Generally, it's near the end or at the end of words. So, I want you to have a think about what words you can think of that have a long sound at the end of the word. Now, this is a bit tricky. It might take you a little bit to think of a word. You might need mummy or daddy's help. You might need some help to find a word that finishes with a sound, a long sound. You pause me while you have a go. Okay, the words Miss Sarney thought of, which was really tricky. I thought of dress, and grass. Dress and grass. Can you hear the sound at the end of those words? We have a go at writing your digraphs for me. Well done. Okay, so now we're going to move on to segmenting words. So the first word I'm going to ask you to segment. You can pause me in between each word if you need to. The first word we're going to segment is the word hiss. Hiss. How many sound fingers do we need for hiss? Say it slowly. Listen for the phonemes. Hiss. Okay, are we ready to do it together? Hiss. We need 3 sound fingers. Hiss. 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 Well done. Phonemes and hiss. We're now going to write them as graphemes. So we know that the first phoneme we found was we'll write it as a grapheme. It's an ascender, so we start at the top. We go down his head to his hooves and over his back. What's that next phoneme? I. We down the insect dot for his head, and then we finish with our digraph S, which is slither down the snake, slither down the snake. Well done. The next word we're going to segment is the word fuss. Stop making such a fuss. Fuss. You say it slowly. Try to segment it. Try to find the phonemes in fuss. You can pause me if you need to. Okay, are we ready? Fuss. Let's do it together. So we need 3 sound fingers. Us. 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 Fuss. Well done. Okay, so we found the phonemes for fuss. Now we're going to write them as graphemes. We start with that first phoneme we could hear, which was f. Well done. We do it's a descender. So we do down the stem and draw the leaves. And our next phoneme was f. Well done. So that's a middle letter. We keep it in the middle. When we write it as a grapheme, we go down and under, up to the top and draw the puddle. And that last grapheme that we need to write is our digraphs. Well done. So slither down the snake and slither down the snake. Fuss. Well done. Okay, and our last word for segmenting is the word boss. Boss. Mrs. Harris is my boss. Who's your boss? Maybe Mummy's the boss. Boss. Say it slowly. Find the phonemes that you can hear. And you say boss. Okay, let's do it together. Now, how many sound fingers did we need? 3. Did you find 3 sounds, 3 phonemes? Well done. We start with our first one was B. You know it starts with a B. B-os. B-os. B-o-os. Boss. Boss. B-os. Boss. Well done. Okay, and again we're going to write it. We're going to write the word boss. So we started with our first phoneme we found, which was a B, and we're going to write it as a grapheme. So it's an ascender. It's an ascending letter. It's a tall letter. So we go down the boot to the heel and around the toe, all around the orange for our O, B, O, and then we finish with our grapheme, our digraphs. Slither down the snake, slither down the snake. Boss. Awesome. Okay, and our sentence today it's a bit of a funny sentence. Are you listening? Are you ready? Go and get a kiss off the boss. What a funny sentence. See how many words there are. Go and get a kiss off the boss. 8 words. Go and get a kiss off the boss. Okay, are you ready to do that on your own? Go and get a kiss off the boss. Oh, my sound fingers have gone a bit funny. Go and get a kiss off the boss. You can pause me while you segment it. Have a go at writing it. See what phonemes you can hear in the words. Okay. If you've had a go at writing it, you can check your sentence. It's a good tool to have, is checking your work. So we check back on our sentence and see if you've written it the same as I'm going to write it. If you haven't written it yet, that's okay, we're going to write it together. So our first word in that sentence was go. Now we know the word go because it's a tricky word, isn't it? We've learnt that tricky word. But when we remember our sentence rules, we remember there's a capital letter at the beginning of a sentence. So we're going to use a capital G for go. That's a big round, do a line there. And then when we write go, we do a G and an O, go, do it all around the orange, go. And then we're going to do a finger space. And our next word was and. That's a high frequency word, isn't it? We know that one too. We do around the apple, down the leaf. And our next letter is N, down Noddy, over his net. Remember, you can sound high frequency words, but we just learn to know them because we see them all the time. We finish it with a D, round the dinosaur's bottom, up his tall neck and down to his toes. Okay, and finger space, our next word was get. We start with a G, well done, around the girl's face, down her long hair and give her a curl. Get. Did you hear that one? We lift the top and scoop out the egg. And then get finishes with a T, doesn't it? Well done. Down the tower and across the tower. And then we do a finger space. We remember our finger spaces. Go and get a. We know when we hear an A as a word, it's our A, isn't it? It's our A letter. It's our A phoneme. Write it as an A. Go and get a finger space. Our next word was kiss. Now if you remember, we learned kiss yesterday. So we know what phonemes are in kiss. It starts with a K, which is down the kangaroo, tail and leg. It's an ascender, remember the line starts at the top. Kiss, down the insect, dot for his head, kiss, oh it's a s, can you hear? And it's at the end of our word, so it's our digraph, s. Sliver down the snake, go and get a kiss. Our next word was off, all around the orange, off. You hear the f sound. We do down the stem, draw the leaves. Now remember our rule again for our f, if it's at the end of a word, it's our digraph, f. Kiss off. And then our next word was the, so go and get a kiss off the, is a tricky word. So we do T, H and E, the. So kiss off the, last word, boss. Down the boot to the heel and around the toe, b. So our next sound is bo, all around the orange, boss. That last sound is, and it's at the end of our word, so we use our digraphs. Boss. Go and get a kiss off the boss. What do I need to remember at the end of my sentence? A full stop. Miss Annie's great at these full stops on the computer. It's really fun to do. There we go. Go and get a kiss off the boss. Awesome. Well done.